Hi guys, how you doing? This is LaQueen Battle from Battle First Aid Responder Services. How are you guys doing? I have pretty busy day today. I just uploaded another um, live YouTube. So pretty much I'm going to be back in motion here, trying to get everything set up. Um, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and give you guys posted. Check me out on Eventbrite as well as Eventbrite, LinkedIn, YouTube, and all of that. Okay, so the Queen from Battle First Aid Response Responder Services. Okay, so check me out on Eventbrite. I'm doing some webinars there. I'm on Twitter. I post events there. I'm on Facebook. I always post events there, and I'm on Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn too. So I have a book schedule. I'm gonna be going on change.com and um so I'm just trying to keep my medical information because personal as well as provide medical services to those in need. Okay, it's pretty much how it is. I do what I can do, and I'm not a robot, but I'm constantly out here providing services to those in need, and that's what I do. I do first aid every single day. I am constantly, continue to do what I can, provide services, be a need to those who are pretty much needing emergency services. That's what I do. And that's what I just got through talking about on my Facebook Live video, which is pretty much whether you're pro choice, pro life, whoever you are, if you're in Los Angeles, if you're in Denver, if you're in Dallas, if you're in Texas, wherever you are, Florida, wherever you are, because pretty much I had two friends on Facebook put up a post. If you're depressed, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you live in the future. If you're at peace, you're living here right now. Well, obviously, okay, where you're living, but that doesn't make sense. Right now, we want to focus on the future. And if people are just trying to stop you from your goals, you need to just keep moving on, get some new friends. So there's a lot of issues going on. There's a lot of events as well as the United States presidential inauguration coming up on this January 19th through 21st. I will be in Washington, D.C. for those events, and I'm very, very much happy to be a part and involved in those events as well. So I'm going to go ahead and please follow me on all my social media links. Please follow me on all my social media links as well as follow my medical progress as well as providing medical services to those in need. Okay. All right. So pretty much I'm gonna go ahead and make a quick list. I'm asking for donations. I'm having a wish list at Walmart and I'm also having a wish list at Home Depot. Because you guys know thank you to the over 50 volunteers, almost 100 volunteers that I have had me work with me at every single event that I've been part of. So I've had over 100 volunteers that have worked with me in all these Black Lives Matter rallies. I just want to go ahead and give you a shout out. And I want to say thank you to all my volunteers, everybody that pretty much has worked with me all this summer through every single pretty much it has worked with me through every single event, every single rally that I have been through. So trying to be presentable. And the lighting here is very, very low, very bad. So follow with me, okay? Thank you to all the volunteers, as well as all the organizers, the city, local city governments, New York, Boston, Minneapolis, all over pretty much. Okay, I'm be doing a lot more traveling come 2021 because I have to settle. I have a lot of unfinished business. I have a lot of unfinished business. Seriously. I have a lot of unfinished business. A lot of unfinished business. A lot of unfinished business. But you have to keep moving forward, okay? Seriously. Have a lot of unfinished business. That's why I'm here, and that's why I made this organization, this nonprofit, to be able to help myself as well as be able to provide services for those in need. Okay. All right. So let's go. Keep me going. I'm going to go ahead and make a quick Word document to share on a quick PowerPoint. Seriously. Seriously. Okay. I'm going to make a quick PowerPoint. And you best believe that a lot of things are becoming in our way, blocking me from making progress. But you still keep doing the donation drive, keep making progress, keep being here, there, everywhere. Make a PowerPoint presentation of all the events I'm going to be doing, as well as all the donation drives I'm doing, as well as the webinars. I'm going to be doing events, donation drives, webinars, and at the same time, getting ready for graduate nursing school and medical school. It is a lot, and you best believe I will have conflict in the way. Of course, it's normal. Brandy Bush, conflict, Carrie conflict, all that stuff is just conflict. But you know what? I mean, like literally, like settling low, like really settling low. I don't want to waste my time settling low and spending the next few years of my life with a disabled husband. It is really sad. I've had 5 powerful Black women in my life, 5 beautiful and powerful Black women, including my grandmothers and aunts and cousins. Okay. Beautiful, almost 20 beautiful Black women in my life who have settled, married, and have had children with disabled husbands. Okay. So you still, if you want to fight for what you want, you better fight for it. Okay. Are you going to spend the next 50, 60 years of your life living in misery? Seriously. 5 beautiful, intelligent, educated managers, accountants, just came out of the system, fresh out of the system, and won't let anything stop in their way. And they're settling, they are marrying disabled husbands and living off of that. Okay, you're trying to open up a business, but you got a disabled husband. It doesn't work like that. There's a lot of conflict in the way. You can't manage everybody. You can't manage this man. You can't manage your business. You can't manage your life. You can't manage your educational goals. You can't manage your life goals. You can't manage anything. Okay, you can't take care of everybody. You have to take care of yourself and your future. So you know what? To other people, yeah, my future is not my husband's future. My future is my own future. And it's really ridiculous. It's really sad. It is really, really, really sad. I've had a lot of my family members, beautiful, successful models, accountants, supervisors, managers of banks. One cousin, she is trying to get employed at NASA, and now she's having another baby. Beautiful, intelligent women, and they are settling low. Low, I mean low. Beautiful, intelligent women. Beautiful, intelligent, powerful women, and they are settling low beneath themselves. Okay? You have the opportunity to work for a global international company, and you are settling low. Okay, so you do this on the side. Okay, so you meet rich people on the side. Yeah, but what is your home life like? You see what I'm saying? Low, low, literally low. And that's that one side of the family that's like that. Low, I mean low. God, I have one cousin. She's a model. Beautiful woman. Beautiful, beautiful. Used to model in Miami and New York, and it's really sad. So, but that's just the family. But you still have to fight for what you want. You want a future, you want education, you want your own business, you have to fight for it. You literally, especially in the Black community where everybody's settling down right now. Mm-mm. And a lot of other celebrities and even royalty is settling down, and royalty is settling down lower beneath them, lower beneath them in their families. Especially if you're royalty, you want to marry up so you can have joint ventures together. Okay, that's how it works. This royal family marries into this royal family, or this family of prominence marries into this family of prominence, so they can join linkage together. They can join resources. They can join businesses. They can join partnerships. They can join governments together. If you have somebody in your family, your cousin or your brother or your sister that just got married, and they're royal to somebody else lower than them, that means they don't want to be a part of the family business anymore. That means they don't want to be a part of the family business anymore. They're tired of it. It's really sad. It's really low. And that's what's happening to a lot of royal families all over the United States, all over the world. It is really sad. And especially what happened with Prince Harry and King George. Okay, they married commoners and they lost their titles. And you know how that features. I mean, I'm just generalizing it, but I'm just generalizing it, okay? But if you want for what you want, you want to fight for what you want, especially if you have a family history of powerful people in your family, lawyers and soldiers and people of prominence in your family. Okay, especially if you have a history of people in the military in your family, if you have history of governors in your family, if you have history of politicians, teachers, lawyers, doctors, kings, queens, and people are telling you to marry this person just because they're cute. Mm-mm. Just because your parents want you to settle down, no, you're going to have to really fight for it. This at the time for me, I'm not ready right now. I need some time. I need some time to think. I'm not trying to settle down beneath myself. I know who I am and I know what I want. And that's what a lot of, especially royal people, because I'm gonna go to my schedule right quick. But a lot of people, especially royalty, like Princess Beatrice, the Prince Andrew's daughter, and especially Prince Harry and Prince William, and a lot of Asian royalty, African royalty, Spanish royalty, because King Philip married Leticia, and she was a TV reporter. But she was able to get up and she had the support of her community. And she was able to get up there and take the position throne as Queen of Spain. It's a lot there. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot of generalization. But at the same time, though, if you have a family history of lawyers and doctors and royalty and governors and police people and military, all this family history in your family, best believe be careful who you know and who you sleep with. And who sleeps with you, or who knows who. Okay, you're really gonna have to fight for what you want. Okay, they pressure you to settle down, but I just need some time to think. I really want some time to think. Seriously, I need to do some more research. I'm not trying to be rushed by you or whoever's pushing me. It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time because you'll be surprised how much politics is involved in regular people's marriage. Oh, this is a marriage of convenience. This is a marriage of politics. And then that person and that union spends the rest of their life. It brings their family down. Okay? It brings the family down. And so when one person tries to travel over here and do something completely different away from the family that's over here, then the rest of the family's gonna go over there and try to bring that person back. They're trying to bring the person back into that circle, into that inner circle. I don't want to be a part of your inner circle anymore. I'm tired. I want to go over here and do something new and start something new. But I still have my family name. I still have my family character, but I don't want to be a part of your business. I'm not interested in their family business. I'm not interested in that marriage. I'm not interested in that family business. I don't want to be part of it. I still have my name. I still have my character, but I don't want to be a part of that business. I'm not interested in that business. And you best believe family, your mothers, your fathers, your uncles, your cousins, grandmothers, grandfathers, they put pressure on you. You best believe they put pressure on you. Arranged marriages, rape, um, dowries, wife kidnapping, husband kidnapping. Yeah, your parents will put pressure on you. Yes, they will. But you have to fight for what you want. Seriously, you are going to have to fight for what you want. It is really, really low. Look at this hat on my head. What does it say? It says Harvard. And I have a cousin that has been employed by NASA. NASA, NASA. Beautiful, intelligent girl. Beautiful woman, smart, business oriented, gorgeous. She travels, she does all of this. And now she's on her fourth kid, a single parent on her fourth kid. And then I have another girl that I used to go to church with, okay? She's the daughter of a famous preacher and a famous bishop. Okay, I knew her when I was younger, okay? Beautiful, intelligent girl. Beautiful, gorgeous girl. She's the heir to her pastor's ministry. She is his heir. Her first husband was a football TV star, football player, and her second husband was a divorced man with four kids. But you and your family is heir to one of the biggest ministries, the biggest Black ministries in the whole world. She is the heir to her father's ministry. And whatever marriage of convenience it was, she chose instead to marry a divorced man. You don't hear about the man in her ministry. You hear about her. And she's going from church to church, traveling, doing ministries. She's pastor of this church in another city. She's pastor of this church in another city. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You can't juggle like that. It doesn't work like that. The whole family needs to be a part of the ministry. You can't have one person doing everything. It doesn't work like that. This girl, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful pastor's daughter, could have been a prince, a princess. Your father is one of the biggest ministers in the whole world for the Black community. She should have married an African king. And would have made her father's name a legacy. Who cares about her unmarried child? You have a beautiful daughter. Your family's name is known all around the world, and your father is the next Billy Graham. Best believe that is an international ministry, and his daughter is international. Therefore, she should have kings and queens at ready to wed her. And now her church is in the ghetto on the west coast of the United States. This girl could have been queen, a princess, royalty, a duchess. This girl has so much potential. Just like Kim Kardashian. She married a football player, basketball player, a rapper. Level up, level up. That's how it works. You're in the families in the business, you level up. You don't level down. You level up. You level up. Level up, level up. Sierra, level up. That's how it works. I have another cousin. She's what, like manager of a bank, of a Fortune 500 bank. She's a manager. She is a manager. She runs departments. And I see the men that my cousins are surrounded with. I'm like, honey, these women can be millionaires, millionaires, and they don't need a man. These women can be millionaires. You don't have to work. You have people work for you. It doesn't work like that. I don't work for you. I have people work for me. It doesn't work like that. I have a cousin of a bank. And then I have another cousin who's a beautiful 5'11" model. Gorgeous, the beautiful prints and layouts, and beautiful girls, beautiful Black women, beautiful Black women. And right now, there's so much more opportunity out there. It is ridiculous for women right now in the world. You don't have to work for, you don't have to have work for people. People can work for you. That's how it works. You make connections, you make relationships with people, and people work for you. You don't have to settle down. You don't have to do nothing that you don't want to do. Women right now have more opportunity ever than before, and it doesn't have to do anything with the current administration in office. It doesn't have to do anything with prejudice, with KKK, with Black Lives Matter. Nothing. It's just right now there is so much opportunity available. It is ridiculous in the health field, in the business world, in finances, in technology, and STEM, and research, and NASA, and aerospace, and technology. There are so many resources available for women. And if people say you can't do this, do it and prove them wrong. And then on top of that, there are so many women out there that have 5, 6, 8 kids, and they're still running Fortune $500 million companies. And they're single women, single parents. And then you have beautiful married Black women like Mayor of Atlanta, Alicia Bottoms. Alicia Coast Bottoms, I think that's, I'm sorry. She's married to a wonderful Black man. She is the mayor of Atlanta. And you know how much she takes, how much heat she takes. She runs one of the biggest cities in the United States, being the lead, a Black woman, okay, of a major metropolitan area in the United States. And she keeps it up. You have to pay the price for what you want to believe in, whether it's politics, whether it's business, whether it's relationships. You are going to have to pay the price. And a lot of that is sacrifice. It is sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice one thing, or you're going to have to sacrifice another thing. And a lot, especially men, and especially other women, they say you can't have it all. You can't have it all. You cannot have it all. You need help. You can't have it all. You need help. Really, I came here by myself. You can't have it all. I have so much beautiful women in my family. Beautiful women, intelligent, smart, college degrees, associate's degrees, and still they have a little trade certificate degree, and they are managers of five Fortune 500 companies. They don't have no college degrees, and they're managers of banks. No college degrees. My other cousin, I want to tell you about, now she has 4 kids. She's a single mother. Okay. She's beautiful. She has her own business and she's doing her stuff. She's doing her thing. And she travels all around the world. All the time she travels. She travels. She travels. I see all her pictures on Facebook and Instagram. These are beautiful, smart, intelligent women. Beautiful, Black, and smart, intelligent Black women. Black women. And you know what? Yeah, you are definitely right. You're gonna have to pay the price. You have to pay a price with another kid. Are you going to pay the price with not settling for less than what you want? And that's the problem with the Black community. What's going on right now in the current administration and the politics is saying we need to uplift the Black community. We need to come together. The Black man needs to be with the Black woman, and we need to have Black unity. Well, it doesn't work like that way. Black unity doesn't work like that. Black unity and what the civil rights movement, Dr. King, Malcolm X, and John Lewis were fighting for civil rights and civil liberty. If you want black unity, you can't have civil rights without Black unity. You can't have black unity without civil rights. How are you going to have a Black man and a Black woman get married together and they don't even live in the same house? How are you going to have a Black man and a Black woman live together and not one of them has a job? And not one of them are employed, are running a business, a legitimate business. whether it's pro-life, pro-choice, whatever it is, whatever kind of agenda it is, Black unity needs to be on a scale, okay? You want national unity and you want Black unity. You want Black Lives Matter, but you can't have Black Lives Matter not without what we need as a Black community. You can't just keep saying Black Lives Matter not without equal access to education, equal access to employment, equal access to safe housing and safe transportation. And then you have the community graffitiing up our government buildings that we need their services from. Okay. I need social services. Why am I tearing down the building that I need these services from? I am the daughter of a mega church minister, international minister. Why am I wasting time having beef with somebody else? I know somebody that has beef with somebody else. Why would I waste all my resources, all my time with that drama? Or somebody that I know has drama with this person? Why would I waste time and resources on that? My family could do whatever they want to do. They can go wherever they want to go in the world. Why would I be caught up on somebody else? It just goes on and on. It's like drama. It's like it's not living in the past. It's just like there's blockage. Everything is blocking you everywhere you go. You try to go in the future. You try to go one step forward, and then you find this block. It's like, why am I still seeing this person everywhere I go? It's like there's unfinished business here. It doesn't need to be unfinished business because I don't know you. I know about you, but I don't know you, and I don't want to be interested in the business. I'm not interested in the business. And that's what a lot of people are fighting for, especially actors and politicians and teachers. They are losing their jobs, they're losing their livelihood, and they have to live as a grocery store clerk. Okay, so I'm a grocery store clerk. I'm taking care of me and my family. I don't need your help. Yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Okay, fine. But I don't need your help. I have a lot of connections that can give me what I want to. Well, if you don't take what we want, you won't have nothing at all. You won't even have a job at this grocery store. Really? Oh, it's like that? Oh, yeah, it's like that. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be. Just because you knew somebody and they went down, it doesn't mean that you have to go down with them. You better stand up. And yes, Bill Cosby, yes, Bill Cosby was a great part of the civil rights movement of the 1970s and the 1980s. Bill Cosby was a great influence to the Black community before whatever went down right now with his whole sexual abuse and whatever he did, abuse these women, a lot of white women. Black Bill Cosby gave a lot to the Black community, a lot. You can look up on his YouTube videos right now. He did a lot, and sometimes you have to pay the price. The ones that you love hurt you the most. You sometimes have to pay the price. And he is old in his 80s and 90s. Why are you trying to convict somebody in their 80s and 90s? Like Jesse Jackson. Jesse Jackson is he's getting up there. All our current leaders of the civil rights movement of the 1950s and the 1960s, what we want to fighting for as a Black community, what we're fighting for as Black Lives Matter, what we're fighting for a Black marriage, right now it's not working out. Something is not correlating. Okay, we're fighting for Black Lives Matter, but that's not the purpose. See, Black people are not fighting for Black Lives Matter. Black people are not fighting for us. We're not fighting for us. Other people are fighting for us, and that's the issue. Why are we having other people fight for us when we should be fighting for ourselves? Why do I need a white person to tell me who I am and what I need? I already know what I need. I could take your money, I could take your resources, but beyond that, I know who I am and I know what I need. I don't need you to tell me what I need. I know what I need. I know what I need and I know what my family needs. It's simple like that. And you would be surprised how much a lot of the people, especially during the 1940s and the 1950s, fought for. Just be able to say, I know who I am, I know what I want, and I know what I need, and I don't need you to tell me what I need. So you go ahead and put those blockages in my way. You go ahead and say whites only, coloreds only, coloreds not allowed. Okay. But me and my family, we will still keep going. And you'd be surprised at the same time how much prejudice there is in the world family between themselves, between the members. If you don't want what we want, you're gonna go down. Okay. And sometimes it's life or death situation. Would you want to fight for what you want? Sometimes it's life or death. We don't like this man that you're dating. Okay, well, and a lot of people assume that when they're talking about somebody schizophrenic or a woman is out of control, a woman is really out of control. Pretty much what they're saying is that they're saying that this person is not on the same level, the same maturity level, the same financial level, the same social level as the rest of society. This person is not doing what the rest of society is doing. Okay, the rest of society is doing this, but this person's not doing the same. So we have to just take care of this one little mistake in society and put them away somewhere until they get on the same level and same accord with the rest of society, whether it's financial, whether it's social, whether it's relationships, whether it's political, or whether it's religious. You're not on the same level as the rest of society, or you're not on the same level as the rest of your family, whether your family is in the ministry, whether your family is in the business, whether it's the drug business, the cocaine business, the mafia business, the criminal business, whatever kind of business it is, or even the rural business, okay? Even government politics business. You're not on the same level as the rest of your family. And this person like, oh yeah, I just graduated. Oh yeah, I'm with this international. I'm getting hired to work for the government. Yeah, okay, that's great. But you still have to be part of the family business. Yeah, I want to move. Yeah, but you got these three kids to take care of, so you can't go nowhere. Oh, really? Yeah, you can't go nowhere. You got these kids to take care of. It's amazing how many beautiful and smart, intelligent women in my family have settled low. And when a woman settles, it's different. It's different from when a man settles low and when a woman settles low. When a man settles low, he still has his family name. He still has his family name. So whether or not that woman is part of the family or whatever, he can still use his family name and bring her up into his family, okay? Whether it's politics, religion, pastors, ministers. If a pastor's son marries whoever he wants to, that woman, that partner, that mate can still be a part of that husband's family's business, okay? Politics, religion, ministry, whatever, okay? But when a woman, a young girl settles low, the rest, her and her offspring are low. Her and the rest of her entire offspring and her side of the family is lower. It brings the family down, as well as she has to settle into the same income and to the same establishment as her husband, as her mate, as her partner, whether it's heterosexual or homosexual. The woman has to settle into the same income bracket as her mate. And if her mate's income bracket is low, she will be low for the rest of her life, and her offspring, and her children, and her family, her father and mother. until somebody in that family levels up and fights for what they want. You're literally going to have to fight for what you want. You are literally, and it's not pretty. It's like no makeup. It's like bloody. It's like tears. It's like Nazi. It's like Black Lives Matter. It's like Jews. We hate the Jews. We hate the Nazis. We hate Black people. We hate Mexicans. It's like all of that together. It's like Crips, Bloods. It's all of that. It's all of that. Because you're going to have to fight for what you want, especially if you're the only one in your family that's doing something, or you're one of the few people in your family. Or on top of that, or or else you're moving from this part of your family that has been your immediate family that you've known all your life into a new part of your family that you've never known before. So I knew this intermediate family that I grew up with. I knew them in this other city, in this other state. But now I have some cousins who I have better relationships and better connections with in another part of the world. And this one part of my family that I grew up with wants to bring me down to their level. But my new family wants to lift me up. So what family do I choose? Do I choose my old family that brought me down, or do I choose my new family that brings me up? And it doesn't have to do anything with marriage. It could be a long lost relative that I didn't know, or it could be I had a twin that I didn't know, or it could be like Meghan Markle. Like Meghan Markle, she has a struggle right now with her sisters and her brothers, and especially her father, Thomas Markle. They are fighting just to try to get some kind of communication between her, but she won't do it. She won't do it. Because I have this new family that I know with my husband and my child. And now I know you guys in LA and you didn't support me at all, everything that I went through. So now all of a sudden you guys want to talk to me just because my husband is a royal prince. Or it could even be Sarah Jakes Roberts. Her family in Dallas, Texas, her mother and her father, Bishop Jakes and Sarita Jakes, knew her when she was married to her husband, Broderick, the football player. But she was tired. She was in an abusive relationship with her first husband. Very abusive relationship. And it was known on TV. And her brother was arrested for masturbating in the park. A bishop's international bishop's son was arrested for is a convicted sex felon. So you guys knew me when I was married to Broderick, but all of a sudden I want to do something different. I don't want to be a part of that anymore. I want to do my own thing. And now she's still part of her family business, but she had to fight for what she wanted. Especially if you are in international politics, if you're a famous actor, if you are in the media, if you have any kind of relationship with the media, you are busy every single day of your life and you do not have time to waste on men or relationships. You'd be surprised, especially what Tina Turner went through with Ike. He was beating her up, okay? And she still had to go out there and perform. People know that. Eric Benet, Brian McKnight, very abusive men. But you know what? They're still out there performing. And Eric Benet's wife was who? Holly Berry. Holly Berry. And you are beating up Holly Berry, the most beautiful woman, sexiest woman in the world on People's Magazine, and you are beating up a beautiful Black princess that Black and white men would fight for, and they would kill you over her. And all she has to do is have a look and stare. Holly Berry. Holly Berry. Holly Berry. Not Rihanna, not Black China, not Kim Kardashian. Holly Berry. This ain't no Black China. This ain't Megan the Stallion. This ain't no Rihanna. This ain't no Beyonce. This is Holly Berry. This is Holly Berry. Spike Lee and Tyler Perry would fight for Holly Berry. Just think of all these beautiful, beautiful Black women had to go through for what they wanted. And then you have to go out there and expose yourself to national media and show national media your scars on television. And then the man goes up into national television and says, "You know what? Ain't nothing wrong. I did what I had to do," and gets away with it. It's published in the newspapers and the media, and he still gets away with it. Him and his family. Princess Diana. She had to sit there and watch her husband's mistress, okay? Her husband's mistress take precedence over her life. Like, do you seriously want me here me to sit here and watch this woman take my place? And this woman is not even Princess Diana was a most beautiful woman in the world. Blonde hair, blue eyes, tall, 5 feet 11, 5 feet 12. Beautiful, beautiful princess. The people's princess. And she had to watch her husband sleep on a continual basis with a older, 20 years older woman beneath her. And she couldn't say anything about it. And Princess Diana had royal blood, and she did not need Prince Charles at all to do what she wanted to do. The Spencer family was very rich and has a lot of connections that Prince Harry is not even using right now. He does not even know how many connections just on his mother's side that he has. Princess Diana is a Spencer. Her brother is a Duke. Her brother's a royal. She don't even know Prince Charles. Her brother is a royal. And you want me to sit here and watch you sleep with an older woman? Yeah, okay, because that's what I want. That's what I like. I'm used to her. But I'm more beautiful. I'm intelligent. It's ridiculous how relationships work, especially if you are in the media. You have to take a lot of crap. A lot. You have to take a lot. And the man says on his side, he's like, "Well, I do it because I'm teaching her how to work. She needs to know how to work." Okay, well, I already know how to work. What do I need you for? I need you to abuse me, bust my brains out, and then put me back on the stage for you to perform. For me to perform at a level that was beneath my own expectations and beliefs. I was already high. I didn't need you to bring me down lower just to bring me back up again. That's how it is. It's not really, it's the pimp life, and it's also abusive man's life. As somebody that is very, very, very materialistic and very controlling, whether they're male or female. You're already high up here, and they want to bring you down to that level to put you back up to that level where they want you to be. But you're already up here. Yeah, but I don't need you to bring me back down just to put me back up at a level that I was already at, beneath a level that I was already at. Sometimes, and you really have to leave a relationship, leave a city, leave a country not just on domestic violence relationships, but you'd be surprised what people go through and struggle through just to have a child. Like, I would travel all around the world. I would travel to Africa. I would travel to the Communist Republic of China just to have a child of my own. Yeah, well, all my family has kids. Oh, my brother, she has 8 kids. He has 8 kids. My sister, she has 10 kids. And just because I'm not able to have kids, I'm not accepted by my family or society. Fine. You'd be surprised how much people go through just to get what they want. Whether it's a marriage, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, a career, or even a baby. You will be surprised what people have to go through, what people have to fight for to get what they want. To get what you want, you're going to have to fight. Whether it's a relationship, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a marriage, a career, or even a baby. You are going to have to fight for what you want. And it's gonna take, yeah, you're going to get bruised, you're going to get abused, and you're going to get used by governments, by people. And you're going to have to push through hurdles. Passports, I need passports. I have to speak to lawyers. Okay, people's like, oh, she needs a lawyer. Well, you don't need a lawyer. You need to talk to a judge. You need to talk to the right judge. Oh, she needs a lawyer. No, we need to talk to a judge. It's not a city judge. We'll go to the county judge. It's not a county judge. We'll go to the district judge. It's not a district judge. We'll go to the federal judge. We'll go to the Supreme Court. We'll go to the international court just to get a child, just to get a baby. A baby. A baby from another country. That's what people have to do just to get a baby. A baby. A baby. Just to have a child, just to adopt a baby from another country. And all of that is that's a lot of money. In vitro fertilization, lawyers, doctors, appointments, letters after letters, notaries after notaries, lawyers after lawyers, churches, ministries who say, oh, we'll help you give you a baby, but then they lie to you. You're gonna have to fight for what you want. It is ridiculous. And yeah, it takes a lot. It's a struggle. And a lot of people, when they are in relationships and marriage, just to have a baby, there are so many marriages that are broken up just in the process of adopting a child. I'm tired of going through the process. I'm tired of the money. I'm tired of the lawyers. I don't want a baby no more. I want but I don't want a baby anymore. Honey, this is what we want. Yeah, but I'm tired. So I'm leaving you because I'm tired of trying to get a baby. I'm tired of trying to have a baby. Don't leave me. Yeah, I'm leaving you. And then that person leaves the marriage, and 6 months later, they have a child with another person, just like that. They have a whole family. It is ridiculous. You're gonna have to fight for what you want. For what you want. For what you want. You are going to have to fight. Fight. I know my background's not that good. You are going to have to fight. Literally fight for what you want. Fight. Lawyers, doctors, judges, governments, cities, villages, the village person, this village person, this village person, this village leader, this minister, this bishop, this pastor, whoever, whatever religion, you're going to have to fight for what you want. And to get up out of people's expectations about you, you are going to have to fight. Literally, literally. And sometimes people are like, oh my God, Everything that you would do, you deserve the Medal of Freedom. You deserve the Medal of Honor. Really? Are you serious? I deserve to sit in front of a group of people and have them give me a piece of plastic metal, and all my family is dead. All my friends is dead. I saw my best friend get blown up into shreds, and you want me to stand in front of a TV on national television just to give me a piece of metal? And all my family is dead, and all my friends are dead. And you want me to sit up on national TV just to get this award, just to marry this person, just to be able to marry this into this family? All my family has to be shot, or I have to disown my entire family just to be able to accept your hand in marriage. I have to disown my mother and my father. Disown, legally disown. I can't talk to them. Either I talk to them or I'll be shot. It is a lot. I'm generalizing this, but it's the reality for a lot of people. It is the reality for a lot of people. You are going to have to fight for what you want. Literally. Yeah, Governor Cuomo said when states help out each other, we're stronger. You best believe, yeah, we're stronger when we help out each other. Absolutely. But like I said before, in the early part of this um video, this live video, like I said, a lot of beautiful and intelligent Black women. Stacey Abrams. Oh my God, the stage that Stacey Abrams had to be on, all that stuff that you have to go through in politics just to be able to be on the same stage as a white man. Stacey Abrams. I am very much well qualified, I'm well educated, and I have just as much, if not more, experience than you. But you have more media press and media attention than I do. Okay, but I will still fight for what I want, and I will still run for election of the governor of Georgia, Stacey Abrams. Stacey Abrams. And Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters. Oh my God. Maxine Waters. Barbara Jordan. Shirley Sissom. All these beautiful, beautiful Black women. You best believe they had to fight for what they were. They had to go through a lot of pain. A lot of pain. And President Trump is talking about Maxine Waters' wig. Like, are you really going to talk about my wig? I am a United States representative, and you are going to talk about the hair on my head. Yeah, because I ain't got nothing better else to do than to talk about a wig on a Black woman's hair. Representative Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters. And you know her face when you see her. All these beautiful, intelligent Black women, especially when you are up in there. And you know what? It's a shame. It's a shame people like Kim Kardashian had to go through 3 marriages just be able to say, you know what? Let me change my focus a little bit. Let me start doing politics. Let me start helping out the Black community. Let me start helping out my own family, my own community. Let me start doing a business. Let me start being a businesswoman. She had to go through two and three, almost three more failed marriages just to be able to run her own business. Oh, so now she's a businesswoman, and the rest of her own family now is running their own business. And you know, when Rihanna started running her own business, her fashion line, her makeup line, now people are like, you know what, we're gonna take her seriously. Maybe she's not a pop star diva after all. She actually is actually a businesswoman and a professional businesswoman. Rihanna. And she's a fashion diva on top of that. Oh my God. And yeah, I'm just generalizing that. But you would be surprised when a woman has control how much she uplifts her family. And you know what the Kardashian family went through when they went through with Rob and Black China. And then when their father, their stepfather, changed genders on national television. If the Kardashian family can get through it, I can get through it. Your stepfather is changing genders on national television. Your stepfather was a Olympic athlete, and all of a sudden he wants to go on national television and say, "I'm a father of 6 kids. I am a Olympic athlete, a worldwide known Olympic award medalist, and now all of a sudden I want to do something new with my life. I'm tired of being underneath a woman. Now I want to be a woman. I'm tired of keeping this a secret." But your stepdaughters are one of the most beautiful women in the world. You should be proud and happy to be a man, a father to what the most beautiful one of the most beautiful families in the world. And now you want to become a woman like them? Are you jealous? And now I'm going to get some feedback from that. You should be proud to be a wonderful man to one of the most beautiful, beautiful daughters. All his daughters are beautiful, and his stepdaughters, and his his first marriage daughters. They're beautiful too, and his sons are beautiful too. But now he is a she. That's the Kardashian family. They had to change around a little bit. They had to change the name. They had to change the flow of their family's reputation. They had to change that because it went down a little bit after the sex tape explosion, after all the failed marriages, after the dating life, everything they went through, and they had to go through all that bad reputation to bring up their family again. Yeah, their family's rich, of course, but you'll be surprised how much you can ruin the reputation of a family, whether they're rich or not. You can ruin somebody's reputation and a family's legacy. And it doesn't have to do with anything with money. You can make a rich family broke just by ruining their reputation. Or one family member does something that is completely against the other family member of the whole family, and that ruins the whole legacy, the whole reputation of the family for life. Like you have like Tori Spelling, she is a beautiful actress, but her father is Aaron Spelling, one of the mega million dollar producers directors of Hollywood. The whole teenage 1990s expenditure of the 90s, everything was about Aaron Spelling. And then you have your daughter going to 90210 and go through all of that, and all her relationships, all her failed pregnancies, the bad media, the bad press. But she still has a rich family, yeah, but the Spelling family is not how it used to be. Even the Kennedy family, that is still a highly recognized name. They're still rich family, yes, but they have had some very bad things affect the reputation of their family. The Kennedys, whether you're black or white, whatever kind of ministry your family is, if you're a black family or if you're a white family, and even the King family, Dr. Martin Luther King and all his 4 or 5 kids, Bernice King, Malcolm King, Martin Luther King III, all of their families still have a lot of problems fulfilling up to the legacy that their father left behind. Even Malcolm X's kids, his daughter was murdered. Even a lot of Malcolm X's kids, they're still having a lot of problems leading up to and looking up to the legacy that their parents left behind. Coretta Scott King and Dr. Martin Luther King, their kids are still trying to lead the civil rights movement, but they're not doing it as their parents did. They don't have that same impact. Why does why is it that Bernice King does not have the same influence and the same impact as Al Sharpton or Jesse Jackson? When I hear Al Sharpton, I think, oh my God, that's black legacy. But when I hear Bernice King, I'm like, oh, this is a woman. When I hear Tyler Perry, people are like, oh yeah, Tyler Perry is amazing. He's done so much more for the black community. But what about Bernice King? Bernice King has a whole family legacy. Yeah, but Tyler Perry's just a director. Tyler Perry is just a movie director. He doesn't fulfill that same legacy as the King family has done. You know, people like Tyler Perry more. Okay, but Tyler Perry is not a king. Tyler Perry will never be a king. He will never be part of the King family. And neither will Bishop T.D. Jakes. Neither will Creflo Dollar. Neither will any other kind of ministers out there. They cannot currently that right now the civil rights movement of the 2020s and the Black Lives Matter movement is still cannot compare to all the progress and all the initiatives that happened in the 1950s and 1960s civil rights era. We are still living off of pennies and scraples from everything that Dr. King, Malcolm X, Ralph Abernathy, John Lewis, everybody did in the 1950s and 1960s, even JFK, President Kennedy, and his brother, Robert Kennedy, who gave their lives and were assassinated and killed just for being part of the civil rights movement, just for supporting Black leaders. Yeah, you're not you yes, you are a United States president and you support Negroes? We don't like that, President Kennedy. We don't like that you support Negroes. Oh, now you like Negroes now, President Kennedy? I support everything that the civil rights movement does. Okay, well, we don't want you as president anymore. We can easily replace you. You'd be surprised how much hate there was during the 1950s and the 1960s that exists today in a new millennium and a new decade. And we have all these young people, all these young white and black people that are dying just for going to a protest, just for going to a rally. They go to a rally, they're exposed on national television, their faces recorded on TV, and then 2 weeks later, they are shot and killed just for going to a couple protests, for supporting their friends and family. It doesn't have to do anything with religion, with being a Catholic or a Jew or a Muslim. No, it doesn't have anything to do with religion or just because they're from a different country or they're immigrants. They're just going to a rally, being part of a movement, and they are shot and killed. And that racism from the 1950s and the 1960s still exists today. Nothing has changed. And you know, it doesn't have to do anything with the KKK are Black Panthers. It's just that people want to settle down, and people are not used to change. Even with President Obama kept campaigning change, change, change. We want to believe in. Yeah, but Black people are still much settled in their way that they want things to be settled. We don't want things to change. We want to settle. We don't want reparations. What's that? We don't know what that is about. Oh, we're used to this. We want to be used to this comfort level. We want to be comfortable in our misery. Yeah, but you can be educated. You can run your own business. You don't have to have 10 kids. You don't have to settle for somebody beneath you. You can go to another city. You can go to another country. You can travel. You can have business here. You can become a teacher, a lawyer, a doctor. You don't have to settle. You don't have to be comfortable. Okay, but we don't want to do that. We just want to stay in where we want to stay. We want to do what we want to do. We don't want change. President Obama was kept saying change, change we can believe in. Clinton, all of them, and Jimmy Carter. With the Welfare Reform Act, Jimmy Carter, with the Welfare Reform Act of the 1980s and the 1960s, it was Jimmy Carter that actually helped create welfare for Black people. It wasn't President Clinton, it was Jimmy Carter. President Jimmy Carter created welfare. People don't know that. LBJ created Social Security, and President Jimmy Carter created welfare, the Welfare Reform Act. I might be wrong, but correct me. So pretty much you are going to have to fight for what you believe in. You're going to have to fight for what you want, whether it's marriage, a child, a baby, a place to sleep, a shower, living in this city, living in that city, going to a rally, going to a protest, getting a job, getting a career, dating somebody, your hair color, your face color, a tattoo, a piercing, your gender, your sexuality, your family, your kids. You are going to have to fight for what you want. And yet it will be physical. It will be physical. And yet the police will have to be called. You're going to have to talk to a couple of judges, press a couple of restraining orders to get what you want, especially against your kids. Why would I place a restraining order against my child? Why would I take custody of my child? My child is a grown adult. My child is a multi-millionaire artist, singer and artist. Why would I try to get custody of a multi-million dollar singer and artist? Because that child needs help. Yeah, but she's a multi-millionaire. Yeah, but she's really out of control. And we're not going to let the media, we're not going to let the public kill our daughter. So we have to take control. The family takes custody away from the media and the press. The family has to take custody of their own child, who is a grown adult and a multimillionaire and previous military service. Well, my daughter is an Army, a Marine veteran, and is a multi-million dollar singer artist. Yeah, well, they're in a little bit of trouble right now. They're in drugs, they're in addiction, they're in heroin, they're on crack cocaine. Lindsay Lohan, Beyonce with her sister. So long. People can say the same thing over and over and over again. You have to date. You have to do what I tell you to do. I'm the man. I'm in control. I'm the media. We control you. We're the press. We will publish anything we want about you. Oh really? Oh really? You will say what you want to say about me and my sister and my brother and my family? Really? And you think that just because you're the media and you're the press and you're a multi-million dollar rapper, you're a multi-million dollar singer, you're a multi-million dollar pastor, a bishop, you think you have more control over me than my own sister or my brother just because you have some money, just because you are the press? Mm-mm, it doesn't work like that. Okay, you may be a multi-million dollar rapper, you may be a multi-million dollar pastor, but you know what? I don't give a damn. That's my sister, that's my brother, that's my cousin. You're in the media, you're in the press. I don't give a damn. That's my wife. That's my fiance. That's the future mother of my children. I don't care. I got control now. I got control now. Yeah, well, we're the press, we're the media. Okay. So that's my future wife. Back off. It's stuff like that all the time. You have to fight for what you want to believe in. Okay. And it is amazing. Like I said before, I have so many family members, cousins, sisters. Oh my God, my little sister, two of my little sisters. Okay. I have a sister with a graduate degree. Okay. She has a graduate degree. And her fiance is like, and I have another little sister. She's beautiful, gorgeous, fitness instructor. And now, what is she doing? Still living in a bad part of California. But I'm the oldest sister, and I don't have control. I can't control the family. I can't say anything about it. But I'm the oldest sister. I'm the oldest sister. I'm one of the oldest sisters. I'm one of the oldest granddaughters, but I can't say anything about it because I see my beautiful, intelligent cousin settle for somebody that's beneath her. I see her struggle through three miscarriages. I see her struggle not to leave that relationship. It's not the man that's abusive, it's the spiritualness of the relationship that is abusive. It's something going on in her spirit and that relationship that is not working out. Yeah, well, I love this man. He's my husband. Yes, you love this man and he's your husband, but your body, your physical body is telling you you can't do more than this. Your physical body is telling you you can't suffer more. We can't take no more of this pain of just having a baby. Leave and then come back to the relationship. Tell your husband, I need some space. I need some time. Give me some time. I need 6 months. Something's not going on with my body, my spirit. Something's not going on. My health is suffering. I need time. This is two miscarriages. My life is not in order. Something is going on. I need some space and time to get well, to get healthy. Okay, but I'm your husband. Yeah, well, you're my husband, so but my body is telling me I need some space. I can't do no more than this. This is my third pregnancy. Another miscarriage and I will die. Well, we're the family. This is what the family wants. Yes, well, I don't give a damn about the family anymore. I'm tired. I need space. I need to be well. That's my cousin who I grew up with, and I see her struggle after two, three miscarriages and put the dead baby's pictures on social media. I see dead fetus fetuses on social media. Why do I want to see a dead fetus on social media? That's not a dead fetus. That's a baby. That's a human baby. That's a human live baby. Yes, but I mean, okay, but I don't want to see this. I don't want to see this abuse. My cousin is being abused. No, she's not. She's a well-established, healthy black woman. She could do what she wants to do. But my cousin is being abused into trying to give birth. My cousin is being abused. Please tell him and his family to give her some space. And that is also another way of abuse and domestic violence, forcing somebody to do something that they don't want to do. That is abuse. That is abuse. Abuse. Forcing somebody to do something that they don't want to do. And then posting a dead baby on social media. I know I'm going to get some heat from my family about that. That's my cousin. That's my blood. I grew up with her. We know each other since we were 5 years old. And now she's in her mid 30s, almost 40 years old, going to almost three failed miscarriages, being with the same man. She's had almost three failed miscarriages, and they've only been married for 5, 6 years. What does that tell you? And I can't say anything about it. They've only been married for 5, 6, 7 years, and she's already been through three failed miscarriages. That's my cousin. That's my blood. That's my bone. That's my blood sister. That's my blood sister. My blood. That's my sister. That's my blood. We did a blood pact. That's my sister. We did a blood pact. A blood pact. You know when you do it. It's not Color Purple. Color Purple did not do a blood pact. We did a blood pact. And domestic violence doesn't have to be physical. It doesn't have to be verbal. It could be forcing somebody to do something that they don't want to do. That's my hot water heater. It's a lot, but you still have to take control. People telling you to do this, to do that, whether you're a royal prince in London, England, and you have connections, the royal family has connections all around the world. I mean, oh my God, oh my God. The UK royal family has so many connections. They could take America, okay? They could take the United States of America, okay, and turn it into England again. They could call the United States England again. The royal family has so much connections. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous for a European prince not to be able to marry who he wants to and not be able to keep his title and his lineage. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And yes, you know what? He may have settled a commoner, and he may like his uncle. What was it? King George or King Edward? King Edward. Okay, King Edward married Wallace Simpson, who looked like Coco Chanel. Okay, but at the same time, though, King Edward, the whole royal family has so many connections. It is ridiculous. He could have left London and gone to another country all around the world and still be able to be called King of England. And he could have actually created a law to make that so. Just because his family got it like that. You are the head of state. You are head of state. That means you have control. Okay. You are head of state. You have control. So I mean, pretty much everything I'm saying is being already premeditated. But anyway, you are head of state and you have control. You are the daughter of a mega million-dollar pastor, and that means you have control. Okay. Okay. You are the daughter of a mega million-dollar minister. You have control, honey. Your father is president of the United States. Whether you're the younger daughter or the oldest daughter, you still got control. You always have control. You always have control. You are the second in line to the throne of England. Okay, okay, let me say it like this. Let me say it like this. Let me make a good example of what's going on in England right now. Kim Jong Un. Kim Jong Un. He's the emperor of North Korea. Kim Jong Un is my age. He is in his mid 30s, late 20s. He is the head of state of North Korea. That means he's the head of state of a communist country. He controls the government, he controls the people, and he controls his own family. Because his father was emperor, that means he got control and he had authority to become the next in line and throne. Okay. So when he became, I see. Okay, thank you. So when Kim Jong Un became next in line to the throne, he took control away from when his father passed. Okay. North Korea is a communist country. Not only that, but North Korea is also has one of the worst records of missile atomic bombs. They're constantly being investigated by the United States and the United Nations for its war crimes and the fact that it has nuclear weapons. Okay, but I'm leader. I'm in control of my country. Yeah, well, you can tell. Yeah, I'm the emperor. I have control. I can make laws, but you're the leader. Yes, I'm the leader. Okay, and their family doesn't always agree with everything that he says. Kim Jong Un is my age. He is in his late 20s, early 30s. He can have his sister shot. He's had his uncle shot. He's had members of his family shot just because they have not agreed with what he said, and they are royalty too. Kim Jong Un. If you have that same authority as head of state, okay, you are the head of state. You are the next in lineage to the head of state. You have control over this government superpower. The United Kingdom is a government superpower. And people they don't know, they just expect, oh my God, I'm gonna marry a black royal prince of Africa and Spain and London, and I'm gonna be a famous, wealthy, pretty, beautiful aristocrat and a royal princess. Yes, but you're going to have to pay a price for something. And usually if somebody is in that high authority and that high control, that means if they don't like somebody or they don't agree with somebody, they can have somebody shot or killed or their whole family shot and killed, even their own blood relatives shot and killed, even their own brothers and sisters shot and killed. Yeah, but you're my brother. You're my brother. Okay, well, I'm your brother. Okay, but we didn't like that. We didn't like what you just did. But you're my brother. Okay, well, you're my brother. So Kim Jong Un has done it plenty of times. If Kim Jong Un in North Korea can do it, what do you think Prince William and the United Kingdom will say? It says unable to connect chat. Yeah, it says if Kim Jong Un can do it, what do you think Prince William can? Can't. One's a communist and one is a democratic republic. One is a monarchy, and you have a communist imperial dynasty, and you have a worldwide dominant monarchy. People, they don't understand that. They don't understand, well, oh my God, I'm going to have a relationship with a politician, or I'm going to sleep with a politician. I'm going to sleep with a president. I'm going to sleep with a royal person. Okay, well, you do that. And but you also have to take the responsibility that that person has connections, that those connections have connections to everything that you're connected with. So you have connections with your family, your immediate family, your cousins, your school, your associates, in every single job, company that you've worked with your whole entire life. And you come into contact, you start dating this person that is on a higher level than you. Okay, are they a politician? They're a royalty person. Are they in politics? Or they have a business? Or their family are rich and well-known, wealthy? Or y'all might even be related, but okay, but you've grown up with this part of the family down south, and now you're moving to a more wealthy family up north. Oh, we don't like what you just did. We don't like what you just did. Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. Well, whatever you're doing, you're gonna have to give it up or face the consequences. Oh my God, I know what you're talking about. I can do whatever I want to do. I'm a prince. I'm your sister. I'm your brother. Okay, well, you my sister, you my brother. So who cares? Who gives a damn if you're my brother? I don't give a damn. What you said to the family was disrespectful. Really? Yeah, really. What you said to the family was disrespectful. And you know what? At least Prince William gives his family a chance, an opportunity. People's like, oh my God, oh, that's just the British media. Oh, that's just the British media. Yeah, but when the European media, when the international media publishes something in the papers and on TV and on the internet, it's for real. But when the American media publishes something on in the magazines and on the TV, it could be a lie. It could be fake news. But when it's overseas, international, in the British Sun, and the Indian Times, and the South Korea Times, that's for real. And you best believe if somebody's family has been threatened, killed, that family's already dead. Especially if it's overseas and international. Especially if it's in Africa. And African people, princess and kings in Africa don't play. Africa does not play at all. Africa does not play. Africa does not play. You think European UK royalty is, oh, that's so cute. Oh, Meghan Markle, Prince William. Oh, that's cute. Oh, not Africa. No way. And in Spain, the King of Spain and the Queen of Spain, Queen Letizia, and King Philip, mm-mm. They will have, if one country does not support the monarchy of Spain, they will have that whole country, okay, isolated and disbanded from the rest of Spain, and everybody, and they will have that whole country disbanded and broken apart from Spain, and all the political leaders that were part of that revolution shot, and every single founding member that were part of those leaders shot, and that is Spain. So can you imagine what what's going on in the UK with Brexit, and what Spain did about Brexit? Spain didn't do anything about it. Oh my God, we have these political leaders that want to disband for European Union. Oh, Brexit. Okay, you're okay. We agree with Brexit. British Johnson. Okay, Boris Johnson. Yeah, Brexit. Okay, we support you guys. But in Spain, mm-mm, not in Spain. They had all the political leaders of the revolution jailed or shot. That is Spain. In 2020, 2019, 2018, 2016, that is Spain. And Spain is right next door. Spain is right next door to the United Kingdom. Right next door. Spain and England are friends. They're probably even cousins. Yeah, they're cousins. But they have a different government. So they had that whole country that was trying to disband and have their own government against Spain. They had every single person that was a part of that revolution jailed or shot. That is modern day Spain. 2018, 2019, 2020 Spain. And the king's wife, the queen, is a TV journalist. But still, we had to do something about this revolution because it's going to tear our country apart. And in England, it's the same thing. But England's more laid back. Everybody that doesn't support Brexit, literally, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth could literally have all the political leaders that are part of the Brexit referendum jailed and shot, including Boris Johnson himself. And not only Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, but the next in line to the throne. Who is that? Prince Charles? No, Prince William. Because England is still part of the monarchy. And if you are a resident in London, whatever, Birmingham, whatever part of the United Kingdom, you still have to respect and abide by Her Majesty and the Queen. You still have to honor, you still have to respect her, and you still have to bow to her. We don't support the Queen. This is a new millennium. We want a new country. We want a democratic republic in England. Okay. But that's not how it goes. If you want a democratic republic, go somewhere else. But not in England. And that's what England is fighting against. They do not want the establishment of the royal family anymore. So now you have Prince William and his family trying to set up a, a symbol of what it means to be royal family. We are united, we are joined, we are a symbol of what a real family is. We are your symbol of what a royal family is. Yeah, we may have disagreements and bones in our backyard. Yeah, but we want you to respect us as well as we respect you. That is a symbol of what it means to be a honored representative family. And they have to uphold that reputation. And if nobody abides by that reputation, they can leave their position and their throne, especially if your uncle has been accused of sexual abuse. He either has to give up his throne and his lineage, his right to the throne, or he has to be shot, not by the royal family, but by his own people. Because sometimes when you have things like that that are out of control, it's not the family, it's the people. It's old news. It's in books. It's in if the people don't like the leader, the people will, okay? It's old news. It's old. If our leader doesn't represent us, we will find another leader to replace him. And you know what? We don't care if he's a king or queen. We will find your replacement. And then on top of that, we will make our own government. What happened with the Treaty of Versailles, especially in Paris, especially in France, people fight for what they want. You have to fight for what you want, whether you're an independent person, whether you're a single person, or whether you are a group of people. Especially when your leader is not doing what they're said and what they're expected to do. When the leader is out of control and the people want something different, the people will kill the leader in order to get what they want and get what they need. We need somebody else. Please replace this person. We need somebody else. And usually, leaders, okay, when they are trying to fight for a revolution, most of the time they have to accept, I give my life and I give my death to the cause of this revolution. I give my life to the cause of my people. I give myself to the cause of my people. Whether it's life or death, I give my cause to this revolution. I give my life to it. It's old news. You give your life for what you believe in. You have to accept the consequences, whether they're good consequences or bad consequences. If you want what's right in your life and for your family and for your friends and for your community and for your country, veterans, kings, queens, princesses, you're going to have to fight for what you believe in. And understand that even if Prince Harry loses his titleage, okay, he still has a right to the throne of England. And you know what? Sometimes, which has been done past times and times again, there are wars created just for people to fight for lineage to the throne. That's why there are wars and battles fought. We may have won the battle, but we may have lost the war. It's old news. It's old news. And you have leaders sometimes like Hitler who take things out of control, out of control. They take one state after one state, one country after another country. They keep conquering and conquering. And then you have to have other people come in and say, enough is enough. We're tired of this. You have to go. So this is LaQuia. It's been an hour and 36 minutes into our conversation. I will go ahead and keep you guys posted on what I'm doing, okay? But but whatever you want, you are going to have to fight for what you want. You are going to have to fight for what you want. And you are going to have to counsel with other people, especially if you have history. You are going to have to seek counsel. I'm not talking about professional counseling. I'm talking about people that have been through what you have been through. You are going to have to seek professional leadership counseling, not professional mental psychology counseling, but you are going to have to seek leadership, some leadership to guide you to where you need to get out of. And people keep telling, oh, you need help, oh, you need psychiatry. No, I need a mentor, I need a friend, I need a leader to get me out of the situation. Like Holly Berry, she had to go on the Oprah Winfrey show in front of national television. Rihanna had to go in front of national television in order for people to get her help. Because when you are in a relationship like that, that person is connected to so many people. So you have to have people see what you're going through in order for that person to give up their connections to you and to anything about you, for you to gain control over your life. You would be surprised how many people, even in the music industry, have control, how much connections they have control. Just in the music industry. Just in the music industry. You date somebody in the music industry and they have control over you and your family for the rest of your life. I just dated them for a little bit. Yeah, but that person has connections like that. That person has connections. Just in the music industry. Not politics, not royalty, not anything but the president. Not the civil rights. I'm just talking about the music industry. The music industry. He's not an actor. He's not a minister. He's not an actor. He is a rapper. He is a musician. He is just a freaking a rapper. He's just a rapper. Yeah, well, he's a rapper, but that guy has millions of followers, and those followers all have connections. But this is just a low end rapper. He's not even an A level rapper. He's just like a low end C level D level rapper. Yeah, but that low end C level D level rapper has 1 million followers on Instagram, and all you need is just one follower to follow you and your life. And next thing you know, you have people in your life are being shot just because of one follower connected to a rapper. And it happens all the time. You have a fan of a famous musician, okay? A freaking psychotic fan. They are in love with this rapper. And this rapper dates a girl and they break up. Well, this crazy psychotic fan goes after the rapper's girlfriend and her family. Now the rapper's ex-girlfriend has to go to court and hire security to protect her and her family just because of some crazy fan that knew her ex-boyfriend who was a famous rapper. But I don't know this boy no more. Yeah, well, somebody that he knows you now. And you'd be surprised, celebrities, everything that celebrities do is published all around the world. And even if they're a rapper, everything that they do is published. Just because of a rapper, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Kanye West, Snoop Dogg, these people have so many connections, it is ridiculous. Kanye West, now all of a sudden, Kanye West has connections with the Kardashian family, he has connections with his Chicago family, and now Kanye West has connections in Washington, D.C. It's not that he's running for president of the United States. He has connections that are connected to the president of the United States. Kanye West has connections like that. And he's a rapper. Kanye West has connections to the presidency. And he may even have more connections than Trump. Kanye West. And whatever Kanye West doesn't like, guess what? DC doesn't like either. Because you got connections like that. And sometimes it's not even about money, it's all about connections. It's all about connections. It's about connections. Yeah, these people got money, but it's all about connections. And that's usually what happens in the royal family. Either they marry up into another royal family or they marry into somebody that has connections that that family needs. We don't care about the money, we just want the connections. And you'd be surprised how much people pay just for connections. I just want this person's connections. You'd be surprised how much money a connection, a relationship is. You give me all the money in the world. I could be a prince, I could be a princess, I could be a queen over England, Germany, Spain, all over. But my family is doing horrible right now. And I see this person in another country, they're trying to get up and they have so many connections, they're not even using it. And this rich family just wants to have one connection that this poor person has that they're not even using. Just to be able to have connections like that. Connections. 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 Yeah, Meghan Markle is a commoner. Yes, Kate Middleton is a commoner. Yes, Wallace Simpson was a commoner, but you best believe, even though these women, that Kate Middleton's family is not that rich. Kate Middleton's family runs a party planning business. They are not billionaires. Kate Middleton's family are not billionaires. They just have connections to Prince William and the royal family. Kate Middleton is not a billionaire, but she is in line to be the next Queen of England. Well, are you telling me I don't have to have Larry Bezos' money to be in charge of the world? That's right. All people sometimes want is just connections. And Larry Bezos is the leader of Amazon. He is a trillionaire. What does he do with that money? He's the richest person that the world has ever known. The leader, and is Larry Page or Larry Bezos, something like that. Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos is one of the richest men that have ever existed in the world. The world has not even known. I mean, up until now, because you have the King of Solomon, you have all these leaders, but right now people have not even known that you can even have a trillionaire. And Jeff Bezos is just a trillionaire. He's not a trillionaire in physical money. He's a trillionaire in connections, connections, connections money, connections. Just my connections, everything that my company is connected with, the value, the assets of my connect company make us the richest in the world. And we have control over the world just by our connections. And then that's when we have companies like Berkshire Hathaway, companies start evaluating how rich a company is just by its connections. And then those connections become assets. That's where you have Facebook, you have Amazon, you have Google as not necessarily financial money. It's just that people make money out of relationships, out of connections. And then that's when you start advertising those connections. And then that's where it comes into existence. That's when those connections become assets. And then that's when that asset becomes that physical money. And that's why Mark Zuckerberg is a billionaire, because of all his relationships have become assets. And now people are evaluating how strong that relationship is, how much of an asset to the United States government his connections are. And everybody that has been connected to Mark Zuckerberg when he was growing up at Harvard and MIT is now on that same level and that same page as he is. All his friends are now millionaires, if not billionaires, like him, that he grew up, that he connected with, that started his business with, and that he also knew. They are billionaires too. And they don't necessarily have to be a part of his company, but they're on that same level that he is. Just by knowing him, they are rich themselves. Because they took that connection and they did something with it. That's why Mark Zuckerberg has so much of an influence in government. People are like, Mark Zuckerberg is just an internet entrepreneur. Yeah, but he has influence. You always have control. You always have control. You always have control. You always, always, always have control. You either have control or you're going to have to fight to get control of what you want. You are going to have to fight, literally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. You are going to have to fight for what you want control of. You're going to have to fight for it. Yes, somebody wants your name. Okay, you want my name, but this is my birthright. Yeah, well, I want your birthright. I will kill you for your birthright. I will kill you for your connections and turn around and use them against you. And that's how wars are started. You're going to have to fight, literally fight. It's a battle every single day to fight to get what you want. Every little bit of control. Every little bit of control that people have, they will turn it and use it for themselves. Crips, Bloods, Democrats, Republicans, pro choice, pro life, whatever little bit of control people have, they will turn it around and use it towards their advantage. And most of the time, it doesn't have to do anything about physical money. It's all about assets and connections and control. If I have control over somebody's connections, I have control over them. If I have control over that person's family, I have control over not only that person, but their future. So literally, you are going to have to go to every single connection that person has and break it. Break it. It's a lot. It is a lot. People can say whatever. It is a lot. Democrat, Republican, pro-choice, pro-life, libertarian, socialist, black, white, Mexican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Puerto Rican, Baptist, Catholic, Protestant, Catholic, Baptist, Second-day Evangelist, whatever it is, Muslim, Catholic, Muslim, Protestant, whatever it is, you are going to have to fight for what you want. It's something so simple like I want a chocolate cake today, and people's like, well, I want the chocolate cake too. Well, I got here first. Okay, well, no, now I got it. You are literally going to have to fight for what you want. Yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. It's not. No, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. You don't have to be called names, harassed, insulted, assaulted, battered, and bruised to get what you want. Literally abused, physically, emotionally, mentally drained and abused, psychologically out of control, abused to get what you want, exposed over and over again on social media, on the TV, on television news, on the street, walking down the street every single day. You are going to have to get abused to get what you want until you learn how to take control over what you want, over your life, until you learn how society works. And when you've done something that your family or your friends around you have never done before, it's going to be scary doing something new. But that's life. Doing something new is scary. It's scary. And your friends may look at you like you're crazy. Like, we don't do this, and you shouldn't do this either. Well, I'm not with you no more. We're not friends anymore. I can do what I want to do. I thought we were friends. I thought you want to hang with us. Yeah, I don't want to hang with you guys no more. I want to do my own thing. Sometimes your old friends are doing something that you're really not interested anymore, and they want you to do the same thing that they're doing. Even in the military, even in government, whatever it is, you still have to fight for what you want. And doing something new, something different is strange and crazy. And it can be crazy to other people. Like, you are insane. You are out of your mind for doing this. You are insane. You are out of your mind and you need help. You are never going to make it. You are never going to make it. Well, you know what? Oh, well. You still got to learn how to take control. You have to learn how to take control. Sometimes it's better for a leader, for a business owner, for a president, for a king or queen to be by themselves so they can learn. Sometimes you do best when you're by yourself because you learn who you are and what you want and what you don't want. And then somebody comes into your life and y'all become companions, y'all become compatible because you both know what you want and what you don't want. And that's how compatibility works. That's how emotional healing works. You guys are both compatible, equally compatible to each other. You don't have to force somebody to do anything that they don't want to do, but you're on that same equal compatible, compatible environment, compatible relationship, compatible business, compatible friends, compatible connections, compatible connections. Like Kanye West is crazy. Well, so is Kim Kardashian too. So they're compatible. Okay, you got Sarita Jakes and you got Bishop T.D. Jakes. Well, Sarita Jakes is very, very soft spoken, but she still has as much power as her husband as Bishop T.D. Jakes does. Sarita Jakes. And everybody knows First Lady Sarita Jakes. Michelle Obama and Barack Obama. Michelle Obama has just as much leadership and even much more education than President Obama does. They are compatible like that. People are still encouraging her to run for president. They are compatible. Compatible. And Michelle Obama has more money than Barack. She's much more wealthier, and her family is much more wealthier than the Obamas, than Barack Obama's family is. So he actually had to marry up into her family. Everything that Barack Obama had to go through just to date Michelle. So they had to become compatible. Okay. Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis Presley. That's it. You have a fan and you have a famous singer, but they were on that same emotional level. You know, John F. Kennedy and his wife, Mrs. Kennedy, they are on that same compatible level. Coretta Scott King, Dr. Martin Luther King, they're on that same compatible level. That means sometimes if you are with a man that has so much more power as Jackie Kennedy and John F. Kennedy, Dr. King and Coretta Scott King, if you are in a man that has leadership like that is a strong, strong influence of government like that, best believe, please be prepared to die for what you want to believe in, for what he believes in, and for what you believe in, because you have to support him and your children also have to support him. So literally, you have to give your life over to the cause of government. You're not only compatible with that man that you married into, you're compatible with the government that he supports. So you have to have a relationship with that man that you married, and you have to have a relationship with that government that he is leader over. So Kate Middleton has to have a relationship with her husband, Prince William, as well as a relationship with the people of the United Kingdom. Okay. Michelle Obama has to have a relationship with her husband, Barack Obama, and she also has to have a relationship with the rest of America, because you have to be on that same compatibility level. Okay. Because you marry into that man and you marry into everything that man represents. Okay. Jackie Kennedy, when she married John F. Kennedy, they were on that same compatibility level, but she had to have a relationship with the man and all his mistresses, as well as become the first lady of the United States and have a relationship with America. You have to be on that same compatibility level, that same level. And when you are married up into a man that has so much notoriety, so much influence over the world, you have to be very careful what you do and what you say. Because men like that remarry all the time. Like our current president, they remarry all the time. And even the current wives are very easily replaceable. Don't think that just because you're first lady of the United States doesn't mean that you are not replaceable. Yes, you are still very much replaceable. And the people, Americans, have to say, "Oh my God, that's so sad that happened." Okay, well, she was very easily replaceable, but she's our first lady. Yes, well, I had to replace her. And now we have a new first lady. Yay! King and Queen of England. King Henry had 8 wives. King Henry VIII had eight wives. And every time the people of England had to say, "Oh my God, we're so sorry that the king was shot, the king was killed." Oh, he has a new wife. Yay! Until the king gets what he wants, which is usually an heir or something that has to do with uplifting the people of his government. Until the man gets what he wants, the people have to support that. And usually at that time, at those times, if the leader, which is usually a man in power, if he does not get what he wants from his spouse, she is very much easily replaceable. And the people have to go by, not the wife, but by the king. And usually the people have to go by the minister and not the wife. If the congregation does not do what the minister says, the wife, they're like, "Oh my God, yes, pastors' wives are very easily replaceable all the time." People replace pastors' wives all the time. And pastors' wives and women are ministers too. They get married all the time too. And the congregation has to sit there and say, "Oh my God, we're so sorry that they divorced. Oh my God, we're so sorry that happened. But now this pastor, this minister, male or female, has a new mate. Yay! We support your new husband. We support your new wife." That's in the church ministry. And you still have to gain control of what you want. If your spouse doesn't support you, if the congregation doesn't support you, oh well, I'm still going to get what I want. That spouse becomes replaceable. And that's in the ministry. That's in the ministry. The current day Black church community. That's in the Black church community. Pastors, spouses, wives, husbands are very easily replaceable all the time. And yeah, it may hurt the reputation of the ministry, but you know what? It doesn't change the ministry's focus. The ministry still keeps going on and on and on and on. Okay? Spouses are very much easily replaceable all the time. And usually, if since they know that they are easily replaceable, usually that spouse has to take control of the ministry, take control of it, and do something about it themselves so they can actually get their power back. So anyway, guys, I know it's been 2 hours into my. I'm going to go ahead and publish you guys my agenda for July and August on on internet, all social media. Again, wherever you're going through, it has to be exposed at the same time. You have to expose hate, you have to expose abuse at the same time, though, whether you are in an abusive relationship, whether you are in a political environment that is out of control, you still have control. Whoever your spouse is or your mate is, you always have control. Whether they are royalty, nobility, African, European, German, French, American, presidents, your father's cousin is a president. Your father's cousin is the president of Kenya. Whoever that is, you always have control. And even if you are in a jail cell right now, you always have control. Most of the time, it is a mental thing. It is mental. It is mental control. It is mental. So if it's mental control, you either have to physically speak it out or physically write it out so you can get yourself back, especially if it's mental, because it's all in here. And all those emotions it's just emotions, So you have to gain back control. You either write it out or you speak it out. Because those emotions turn into energy. They can turn into bad energy, and that bad energy can turn into cancer. So you always have to have control. Control, no matter where you are and no matter what you're going through. You always have control all the time. No matter if you're a pastor's daughter, a PK or not, or if you're a minister connected to a church for 30, 40 years, you still have control. Yeah, I want to do something new. Yeah, we want to do something new. Great. Opportunity opens up itself. That's great. We're going to take that opportunity. We'll see you guys later. That's great. Hey, but this new opportunity is coming our way. Or a church wants to move, but this church has been in this location for 100 years. Yeah, but this church wants to move to a different city. We want to expand our horizons. And some people may not like it. That church is getting too big. Okay, but we're going to take control. We're going to use our influence. You always have control. And you'd be surprised how much people pay for control and pay for connections. Because usually those connections also have control of your situation. Usually people's connections are way much more money, worth more than what they want, what they need. Just the connections, just a relationship with somebody. Oh yeah, my relationship. Yeah, your relationship is worth more than gold. Just your relationship. So you want to be in this family just to have their relationships. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I knew that minister. Yeah, I knew that pastor. Yeah, I knew that bishop. Yes, South Dallas is the home of the biggest Black Southern Baptist Convention Black churches in the all over the whole entire world. South Dallas is home to the biggest mega churches, biggest ministries, Black ministries in all the world. South Dallas. South Dallas has over the top 5, 10 mega churches, ministries in all the world. If you don't like this mega church, go to another mega church. If you don't like this mega church, go to another mega church. But that mega church still has connections all around the world, just in South Dallas. Just in South Dallas. And all those South Dallas churches, they're not connected. They're part of different denominations. One is Kojic, one is Pentecostal, one is non-denominational, one is white, one is Black, one is Mexican, one is Chinese, just in South Dallas, Texas, just in South Dallas, Texas. If you don't like this church, go to another church. But all those churches all are worth millions and billions of dollars. That is just in South Dallas. You can't find that in New York. You can't find that in LA. You can't even find that in Atlanta or Paris or London or even Rome. Even Rome. You can't find the community that is in South Dallas, which is one of the poorest communities in America. But it has one of the biggest church communities in all the world. You cannot find how many big mega churches are just in South Dallas all around the world. You can't find that in Italy. You can't find it in Paris. You can't find it in London, in Germany, in New York, in LA, in Atlanta, and even in Chicago. You cannot even find how much of a strong knit community, how many churches uplift the Black community just in South Dallas. But when you hear about the civil rights movement, you don't hear about South Dallas when they talk about the civil rights movement. When people talk about the civil rights movement, they talk about Birmingham, Alabama, St. Louis, Missouri, and now people are talking about Minneapolis, Minnesota, Portland, Oregon, Washington, D.C. How many Black people are in these communities? How many Black people are in Portland, Oregon? And you have the whole city in a riot over Black Lives Matter, and the whole city is burning up in flames. And how many people are even part of the city? How many Black people are even a statistic in the city? But you have the whole city going down in flames just because of Black Lives Matter. and only maybe 5-10% of the population is Black. But you have a major Black mayor of a major Black city, Atlanta, Georgia, and you don't hear Atlanta, Georgia going into flames and rioting. You don't hear New Orleans, Louisiana going up into rioting and burning up in flames and graffiti everywhere. You won't hear graffiti everywhere in Atlanta, Georgia. You won't hear graffiti everywhere in New Orleans, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You won't hear, and even in Chicago, Illinois, you won't see graffiti all over the walls in Chicago, Illinois. Even in Los Angeles, California, Compton, California, Watts, California, Linwood, California, you won't see graffiti all over saying Black Lives Matter in Los Angeles, California, in Compton, California, in Watts, California. But all of a sudden, we want to go to these white cities, these white neighborhoods, and put down big old yellow letters saying Black Lives Matter when it's not even Black people that are painting on the pavement. Black people are not painting Black Lives Matter on the pavement. It's not Black people that are doing this. You don't see Black Lives Matter in Miami, Florida. Miami, Florida, South Beach, Florida, Tampa, Florida. You don't see Black Lives Matter. Maybe in Tampa, but not at South Beach and not in Miami. You don't see the whole city rioting in Miami, Florida and South Beach, Florida. You hear Black Lives Matter in South Beach? Get out of here. Then it becomes, if it's in South Beach and Miami, then it becomes, oh, who's Black? Who's Black? Well, I'm Cuban, I'm Black. I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Black. I'm Venezuelan, I'm Black. Well, I'm African American, I'm Black. Well, who gives a damn? You're not any better than us just because you're American born. Well, who's Black? I'm Dominican and I'm Black. I'm Puerto Rican and I'm Black. Black Lives Matter. Are you kidding me? In Miami, Florida, in South Beach, Florida, in Palm Beach County, Florida, Black Lives Matter. Get out of here. What part of Washington, D.C. has Black Lives Matter on the mural of the freaking pavement? What part of Washington, D.C. is not near Howard University? And it's not near Hampton, and it certainly is not in Virginia, home of government facilities, and a whole bunch of Black people that live in Virginia are a part and control of the United States government. Why don't you have a Black Lives Matter mural in Virginia, in Alexandria, Virginia? In Virginia, in Maryland, why don't you have a Black Lives Matter painted all over the streets in Virginia and Maryland near Andrews Air Force Base when the whole base is populated by Black military officials? And see about how those Black military officials have and their opinions about having black, yellow, yellow letters painted on the grounds of their military Air Force base. And see what military people think about Black Lives Matter. And see how the United States government and the United States military takes control when it comes into their own doors. But you won't see that in Alexandria, Virginia. And you won't see that even in Baltimore, maybe in Baltimore, Maryland, but probably not in a lot of places in Maryland, which is predominantly 50 to 60% populated by well influential Black people. I'm not talking about media people, celebrities in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm talking about government officials, Black, African descent, and Black African American government leaders in Virginia and in Maryland. These Black government leaders control the world. Not the United States, they control the world. Africa, Europe, Spain, Asia, Black government officials, Black ambassadors, consulates that are Black leaders. They speak 5, 10 languages. They have 10 degrees. They are very much well educated. And this has happened to them before, and it will happen to them again. And they know how to handle situations like this. So they're probably saying, oh, we'll let this continue on. We'll let this Black Lives Matter situation continue on. But we know it is not the Black community that is doing this, the Black American community that is not doing this. We know who is in control of this. We know how this works, and we know how it's going to end. These are consulates, these are ambassadors, these are princes, princesses, kings, and queens. And they all live in Maryland and Virginia. And they are Black, African descent, Black, Black. Black. And they're not persuaded by young people. They're not persuaded by social media. They are not persuaded by government, because they run their own countries. They run their own consulates. They run their own countries. They don't have time for silly little games, for people putting graffiti all over their government buildings, for people bombing their businesses. They don't have time for that. They don't have time for that. You come to their country, you bring business and resources to their people and to their country. We don't have time for no social problems like Black Lives Matter. We have our own problems to deal with, especially in Africa. It's not called prejudice, it's called war crimes. They could give 10 cents to Black Lives Matter. Their country is going through Ebola, and their country is going through war crime, tribunal crimes. Okay? They don't have time for silly little games. They're going through a health crisis and they're going through a war crisis. I'm an ambassador over Ethiopia. What do I have to do about Black Lives Matter? My country is going through Ebola. We don't have time for the KKK. We got freaking Germans and Russians in our country ready to shoot us. You talk about KKK, why don't you bring freaking Russians to KKK and have Putin take control of that? We have Russia and we have Germany in our country borders. We don't have time for Black Lives Matter and KKK. We have to think about other problems. And right now with Venezuela, the country has no food resources, no gas, no oil. And the president of Venezuela, Maduro, is closing his country's borders. He's closing his country's borders from them getting outside international assistance. So if you have Black Lives Matter going to Venezuela, you must be out your mind. And you have people from Spain, from South America, they come into America and they're like, oh my God. And of course you expect for them to come in and take control and do what they want to do. And for them to cause terroristic activities. Because usually those terroristic activities are very profitable money to their country's governments. They will come to America, bomb our buildings, bomb our land, do terrorist activities, send spies into America. Those spies get money, they get American resources, they take it back to their home country, and they bring more financial resources and more money to their home country than international nonprofits can. All we just need to do is send a couple spies into your country, and that's all we need. We don't want your financial assistance. Well, America's going to come in and bomb your country. Okay, fine. Do what you have to do. But we are poor. We are a poor country. We have to do what we have to do to survive. And if it is Osama bin Laden, oh well, it is Osama bin Laden. But we have to take control. We are a poor country. We have always been poor, and we will do whatever we can to stop being poor. Even kill our own people. Slaughter and murder our women and children because we need money and we are hungry. Africa, Middle East, Israel, and Pakistan. But people always have to find a way to get control. It is old. Control. Control. I get control over your right to breathe. I get control over your air. I get control of your body, your spirituality, your religion, your freedom of expression. I have control. People have been fighting for it for decades and millions of years just to get control. 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 I will cut off your feminine vaginal parts just to get control over you. I will cut off your body parts and sell them to another country at give you a cheap price just to get control. And that's what they call the black market trade. They have people selling their body parts just to be able to survive. We sell our body parts just to be able to eat. I give you my liver. You can have my pancreas because me and my family need to eat. We can't move. We don't have any money. Control. 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 It's mental. It's physical. It's relationship. It's control. It is control. Control. It's control. It is control. It's nothing new. Whether you're a royal, whether you're a president, whether you're a governor, or even if you're in a jail cell right now, sometimes the worst control is right here. Right here. It's all right here. It's all mental, mental, mental. And when you have people start reading books, they get away from that control. They start writing down, they get away from that control. They get it out of their head. Okay? So you always got control. Control. Okay. All right. So this is quick. I'm going to head call it a day. It is 7:30 at night. I'm a hot mess. Please keep me in your thoughts and prayers. All right. I love you guys. Please keep me in your thoughts and prayers. I'm a hot mess right now. I'm a hot mess right now. I love you guys. Peace and much love. Bye.